Welcome everybody, this is a new update, the first update of 2022. Happy New Year. It is of course bet tracking, and it's been a long time coming really. It's been on the radar for a while. It kind of just makes sense to have this as part of OddAlerts, and towards the end of the year I was getting a bit frustrated with other bet tracking solutions, even just spreadsheets, and the main thing that was annoying me, the main pain point was just having to go in and actually tell the system whether a bet won or lost. I mean, if you're trying to work out new betting systems or you're trying to test something, because you've got to remember with bet tracking, a lot of the time it's not, I know it says bet tracking, but it's not actually tracking bets that you've made with your bookmaker. Sometimes it's tracking paper bets, so to speak, testing out new systems. And sometimes, let's say you're working on a new first half corner system, you might have 20 games in the space of a few days that you're looking at. And you want to add these to your bet tracking just to see how profitable it is. And you want to sometimes add more games rather than fewer games, because you can then see which kind of games work, where the profit is. So having to do this extra step, it's almost like an extra bit of research, or it was, going into the games. I was opening the games on OddAlerts, finding them, seeing how many corners there were, and it was, every time I had to do it, it was just painful, because obviously I know that I have the data, it's there, so it just kind of, every time I opened the spreadsheet and had to manually update the spreadsheet, it just pushed me a little bit closer towards building bet tracking. And then towards Christmas time, I just thought it's a good time, sort of I say a two week break, but the break was essentially working on a new feature, so a break from regular updates and regular tasks. And so the first major feature that is included is the automated settlement. It's just excuse me, it's just paramount to me that you don't have to settle those bets. So then you can just, when you look and open your bet tracking, the thing you want to see is there, which is how is it doing, how is it performing. You don't want to open your spreadsheet or open your bet tracking app and then start the process of logging the results, because if you're testing a new system and the system isn't that good, you don't want to be logging the results, and it becomes painful then, doesn't it, if it's not working. And on the other side of the coin as well, if it's a good system, you want to know straight away. And with this, you can. So that was the first main thing I wanted to get into this version 1. The second thing is just the speed. And I thought about merging bet tracking with fixtures, which it will be in the future. I'm working on a new way to view fixtures, which will include the ability to add bets to your bankrolls pretty quickly. But I wanted a separate place where you could come when you have a bet to add to bet tracking. And then I could focus on speed, I could focus on the design and the user flow, and I wanted to make it feel similar to actually placing a bet. So I'll walk you through the UI now, and I'll just explain what the bankrolls are. The best way to think about bankrolls is just ways to split up your bets, different betting systems that you want to try out. Some of them might be, you can think of it, if you've used filters, you can think of it in the same way. So you have your testing and trusted filters, and then you have these bankrolls. They are essentially categories of bets that you can just break up. So you can see here, I've got a few examples. I've got in-play goals, which is a system where I will set alerts on goals, and when they come through, this is where they go. These are the bets that I place. Just so you know as well, if you do set an alert on the odds, you'll receive a link in the alert now that says add to bet tracking, and it'll take you to a link like this. So it just has an ID at the end, and what it does is it just boots up the fixture straight away, so you can just quickly add the bet. And this is the interface. This is what it looks like. It looks like a bet slip. It feels like a bet slip. It works in the same way as a bet slip. So you've got your stake, you've got your odds, and you can unlike a bookmaker's website, you can change the odds here, just in case that you're using a different bookmaker, and I will allow you to toggle the bookmaker soon. I just version 1 again, just want to get the basics in there and make sure it's all working. So yeah, this is how you add a bet, and I will do this example. I will add a bet that happened yesterday, because that way I can show you the bet settling in real time. So my in-play goals bankroll so far is profitable, £6.50, and yeah, 5 bets, 2 have won, 1's lost, and I've got a refund. £10 stakes, as you can see here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a bet to this. I wasn't on this, but it's a good example. I did get an alert for it actually, but I was asleep. So it was the Premier League game between Manchester United and Brentford. So it was 0-0 at half time. So you can imagine the goal line would have increased quite a bit. So we can see here, these are the pre-match odds, because if you view a game, it'll show you pre-match odds, but if you view a live game, it'll show you live odds. And you can edit these, so if a game has finished, you can come back and you can just input the odds that you actually got at the time. So you can see pre-match, the goal line for two goal line was 1.4. I'm going to say that I got evens for this, and it was a £10 bet. So I would have got a refund if it ended with 2 goals. It ended with 4 goals, of course. So I'm going to add this to the bankroll in-play goals, and you can add to as many bankrolls as you like. Just click the circle, and I'm going to save that bet, and you'll see a little indication that the bet was saved. Go back to your bankrolls, in-play goals, and it's there, and it's updated already. So you can imagine the speed of the bet tracking process once you get used to this, as I have over the past few days. And that's why I'm opening it up for feedback, really, and just sort of launching it in quite a basic way. There's obviously more detailed analytics and stuff that can be built into this. There's more social features that can be built into this, and they will be. I've got them all jotted down, but it's important, I think, to just launch things, launch the sort of minimum viable product that you can as your version 1. What is the most basic version of it that still works to the standards that you want it to, but can be improved with feedback. So yeah, and I've already had some amazing feedback, really. I mean, the community on Discord and on Twitter and stuff is just is brilliant. So that is bet tracking. I don't think there's anything else I've missed, to be honest. It is quite simple, as I say. You can create these different bankrolls. You can add bets to multiple bankrolls. There's a focus on speed and familiarity with actual placing bets on bookmakers. There's plenty of features coming, and yeah, that's it. As always, enjoy. I look forward to the feedback, and yeah, enjoy.